Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning. I am First Melon, and today we're 2 on with our ladder climb. So, we're going to jump into the second game of our sort of secret mage deck again. So, let's start it up. Okay, you say fellow mage.
You asked for it. Oh, it is on.
Keep. Toss the fireball, so you don't want that early. This just triggers that, so I can go this into this if I need to. I'm not sure if it is worth keeping this, but the draw trigger on it is kind of important to at least get it to activate early if I need to draw cards, if I don't get a 2-drop or things like that. So, you know. And again, we're against a person that will apparently just wants to have lots of cards in their deck. I know as I get up ranks, I'll actually come against proper decks that, you know, do actually have those cards set up properly. Is that a frostbite on it? Oh no. Yeah, I'll play this now. Just the aggressiveness of some people that will end up playing cards, I just don't really understand. And by the looks of it, I can against one of these decks that's going to have all the answers against me for every card I play. Well, I don't get really anything else. As I get a 2-drop, please give me a 2-drop. That is a 2-drop, which then will play the counter spell. I do quite like this card, actually. Does some fun stuff. Really?
The wails of these caverns chill me.
I do not get that there. I will ping that there to make sure that, you know, at least I can do something. Oh, that was very strange. The 1-1 probably should go into the 4-4. Yeah. That is one spell. That is a nice secret to have. We'll play it. See if they play around counterspell again. I would find it unusual if they do play around the counterspell again. But they'll just probably Hail Mary it here anyway, because, yeah, that's the sort of person they seem to be. Okay, so I know that can be any of those, so just attack, see what we get. Yeah, that's fine here. And we'll start pinging that down. So yeah, this is probably not the best matchup, but it probably means that we're going to end up seeing some of my late game focus cards where I take advantage of the game. And hopefully can ramp up the Ignite early on as well. That would be kind of good. I have played this spell out, so they know it's not counter spell, so we'll see what they're going to play out. Yeah. Good news is that means they're doing that into the 4-4, right? Yeah, I said they had the 4-2. I thought so. Which means I can do this into this, and play the counter spell. Which is doing quite well. Admittedly, I kind of would rather have the Infuse back card back in my hand, just the fact that I can then trigger it again. But, yeah. It is what it is. It sets this up for next turn, which means I can probably get like other spells as well. Yeah, that is not going to save you. Don't know what it got rid of there. I don't get to find out what the secret was. So they can swap any card in my hand. This is frustrating. They're going to take the queen. I just know they are. Yeah. It's fine.
Beyond your comprehension.
Drawing cards isn't bad. The Ice Barrier could be useful in just triggering something. That could be good as well, but I might need to have the card draw. I can't play it this turn. If I do, pick the card draw up. I will pick the card draw up actually here. We'll toss this to face. And then we'll ping that down. Keep that in hand. I've triggered this now, so we can then draw another Naga. Good news is we've got a Blizzard in hand, so go and play it.
This is not what we stood for.
But they know I've got a Blizzard, right? Okay. I kind of need to start getting past some of these minions and just killing them off. I want to keep this alive as long as I can, really, which probably means I have to give up this repetitive damage, which is something I don't want to do, but I think it is for the best. And then, yeah. Which kind of means that the card draw is the better option that I had there. But we are getting them down. That is a good thing. But they can't really afford to spend 5 mana here, which is kind of what we're trying to play them towards. But they are more control-y, so...
Stop this snowstorm.
You know what they're going to ping down.
By my calculations, you need to chill out.
Okay. We're going to play this first and hopefully get something else. Do get a spell off that. So now I can play... Yeah, I can play this. And we'll freeze their board. And trying to make sure they spend as much mana as possible. The good news is this staying up is the main thing, because it does trigger any more of my other secrets type stuff, and that's why they got Blizzard. Yeah. Oh, even worse. Even worse. It's a misplay by me.
Beyond your comprehension.
Ah. The polymorph doesn't matter here, they're probably going to kill most of the stuff off, but this could be good for a bit of burst. Destroy our frozen minions, that isn't happening. I've just kind of gonna sit and pray. Keep that in hand, that I must just play out, because it could absorb damage. And it will mean the next secret I get is kind of costing me nothing. As far as things go, I don't really have that much card draw anymore. So I guess this is sort of the weakness of the deck. It's the fact that if I haven't got the burst potential, I end up losing fairly early on. My opponent just had way too much health. But this, plus a fireball, starts pinging them down. It's a Kalthazard deck, of course it is. Like, why would it be anything else?
I can't do that.
I don't think there's any outs for me. I think this is a loss. They drew one spell off that as well. It's kind of frustrating, but like these things are going to happen with the decks. Just some of the random stuff you end up coming against, it's kind of a problem. But my deck probably needs to be, I don't know if it needs to be more aggressive or not. At least that kills that off.
Time runs out on me.
You really shouldn't ping it, you probably should trade your minions and ping my face, because you kind of get more damage to my face per turn. And what do I get? So, I lose. Fair enough. I mean, I can do this. But it still doesn't do anything. It's a shame. Not much we can do about that one. Like I said, that is kind of the loss for the deck itself. And kind of just looking at the deck, I don't know if I want to make any changes. As far as the cards went, I think they were fine. It's just we just literally got countered by one particular card at the wrong possible time. Maybe the bartenders aren't that great in the deck. The explosive was fine, the counter spells are fine, and they randomly just had a spell for a counter spell, which is just pure luck they decided to do that in the first place, because if it wasn't counter spell, they just wasted the spell. Didn't really draw the ignite, so I can't say that much. This maybe isn't enough card draw by itself. Maybe more early game drops. Like, is this good enough as a one drop? I mean, the Naga quantity is fine. I think this might be one that I end up cutting. And costing one less doesn't really make much of a difference. Does in the grander scheme of things, so maybe playing like this one, the highest cost span you have by one, is better. Yeah. Seems weird, but I do want a better early game. And I think that is a good alternative. Does the same thing, just 1 mana cheaper, and is not a Naga, which maybe good or bad, I don't really know. But reducing the spell on turn 1 means I can be secret on turn 2 if I've got it. Anything else I'd rather have? It's not great, I don't want to give my opponent spells. Second Ignite. That's probably not bad, but we'll see. We'll try it with this sort of variation, a bit more early game, hopefully give it a bit more aggressive, and we'll see how we go. But if you do enjoy the video, do leave a like, subscribe to see more, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.